Coming up on Citrus TV, New York State is making waves in higher education. Legislation was signed today offering in-state students free tuition at four-year colleges.
And new video is surfacing about the events leading up to the man being dragged off a United flight and what he's planning going forward.
Yesterday's storm moved out, leaving us with clouds here in Syracuse, but we do have another chance of summer weather. I'm tracking that coming with my full forecast. Citrus TV News starts right now.
This is Citrus TV News live at 6, your campus news leader.
Good evening and welcome to Citrus TV News. I'm Meghan Mistry.
And I'm Brittany Muller. New York State is giving students a chance at college education without racking up student loans. Legislation was signed today. That's our top story tonight. Free college tuition is now within reach for many New York residents. Governor Andrew Cuomo was joined by Hillary Clinton today as he signed the Excelsior Scholarship into law. The new measure eliminates tuition at state universities for middle-class New Yorkers. The program begins this fall for families making up to $100,000. Cuomo says nearly 1 million New York families qualify for the scholarship.
The Excelsior Scholarship is going to send a message of hope to countless families. Paying for college should not defer or destroy dreams. And with this Excelsior Scholarship program, it will not.
The Syracuse University cybersecurity program is ranked as the best in the country for veterans. The Military Times released their first ever rankings on these types of programs yesterday. They're based on academic rigor and efforts to recruit veterans at the university. Syracuse University has been recognized before for its work with veterans. It's currently ranked the #1 private school for service members and their families. Syracuse University's Martin J. Whitman School of Management will celebrate their own founder on April 21st. The day will highlight Whitman's contributions to the business world and show off some of the business school's exceptional students. This year's keynote speaker will be Ronnie C. Chan of Hang Lung Group Limited, and his presentation will be about the transition of China's economy.
The SU Humanities Center will host its second annual Books in the Humanities reception on Tuesday, April 18th in the Goldstein Alumni and Faculty Center. The event is free and open to the public and will feature books published in 2016 by scholars in academic departments and programs at SU. Many authors will be there to sign copies of their work. The deer population in the city of Syracuse has been growing recently. Researchers at SUNY-ESF have received a grant from the state to deal with the issue. Citrus TV weather reporter Jason Chen has the story.
It's called the white-tailed deer. Residents in Syracuse East Side and the nearby town of DeWitt say they are seeing more deer in the neighborhoods recently, and that causes problems in central New York.
Because it's such an urbanized area, and when you have almost a competition for space between humans and any type of wildlife, you're going to have issues that pop up.
Dylan says that includes more car accidents and negative environmental impacts, and sometimes the deers will turn your front yard into a mess.
Sometimes people spend upwards of $10,000 on their landscaping in their front yard, and deer have been known to come through and kind of mow that down.
However, local residents say this issue has been around for years, as they are not only seeing more damage to their front yard, but also seeing this sign more often on the streets.
Doing nothing right now is not an option. There is not anyone that I've talked to in the community who doesn't say something needs to be done.
Hunter has been advocating the issue when she was a Syracuse Common Councilor. As a current assemblywoman, she is able to get $200,000 funding to develop a deer management plan. She says if local governments cannot make the decision soon, the risk of Lyme disease the deers bring to humans will remain.
I have had people sitting in my office, who basically have claimed bankruptcy, who are debilitated by having Lyme disease, and it's like chickenpox. Once you had it and it's gone, you still have it in your body and it lingers.
She hopes that after a management plan is made, the city can implement it soon. Jason Chen, Citrus TV News.
Hunter says she encourages residents affected by the deer to fill out a survey on her website to help the research team come up with a plan to solve the problem.
Police are investigating the death of a woman found in the Oswego River. Fulton police asked for the public's help trying to identify her and finally succeeded this morning. Investigators are still trying to find out how she died, but say it does appear to be suspicious. Officers ask anyone with information to call the Fulton Police Department.
A rock climbing gym is coming to Franklin Square. The owners of Central Rock Gym have chosen Syracuse as the location for their first New York State facility. The gym will have 15,000 square feet of climbing walls as high as 43 feet. The space will also include traditional gym equipment. They say the owners hope to have the gym open by November.
The streak of summer-like weather ended today with clouds and winds arriving on campus.
Citrus TV anchor Brendan Tierney joins us with the warm weather. What will return to Syracuse?
Meghan, Brittany, yeah, we do have a chance of more weather coming up. The good news is today wasn't that bad. It was a little gloomy outside with just about average temperatures. Checked out 49 degrees for our high today. Tonight going down to a low of 36. The winds and clouds were the bigger story today. We weren't used to those on Sunday and Monday. Beautiful days. Rain yesterday changed that. And the rain yesterday is causing some more problems around the area. We have a flood warning in effect for the Onondaga Lake area here in Syracuse. See all the light blue areas? Those are the flood warnings. They're in effect until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. So definitely watch out if you're outside on the roads tonight or tomorrow near Onondaga Lake. The lake is near capacity and in threat of overflowing due to all of the heavy rain that we got yesterday.
Coming up, a new video reveals what the man on the United flight said before he was dragged off the plane.
And Secretary of State Rex Tillerson met with Russian President Vladimir Putin to discuss rising tensions in Syria. All that and more after the break.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I had something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
What are you, superheroes?
Just four brothers who hate bullies and love this city. Gear up, guys.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
You're watching Citrus TV News with Meghan Mistry, Brittany Muller, and Brendan Tierney with weather. Citrus TV News continues now.
New developments on drama involving United Airlines. CEO Oscar Munoz apologized this morning for video that shows a passenger being dragged from a packed flight. He says he's ashamed of what happened and promised to change United's policies.
New video released today shows police asking the passenger to leave voluntarily.
No, I'm not going. I am not going. Well, you can track me down. I won't go. I'm not going. I stay right there.
The passenger, who had to be hospitalized, has now hired a lawyer and taken the first steps toward a lawsuit.
He asked that authorities keep all evidence of the event in their records. The emergency request was filed less than 2 hours after the CEO apologized. Meanwhile, 2 more Chicago police officers have been placed on administrative leave because of the incident.
White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer is still apologizing for his comments that compared Syria's president to Hitler.
At yesterday's press briefing, Spicer said that even Hitler did not sink to using chemical weapons during World War II.
While speaking at the museum this morning, Spicer called this incident his mistake.
San Diego is getting ready to welcome President Trump's border wall. The administration will build prototypes of 20 different border wall options in June.
They'll be constructed on a quarter-mile length stretch near the California-Mexico border. The federal government is expecting to spend between $200,000 and $500,000 on each wall. A member of the Trump administration has finally made a visit to Russia. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson met face-to-face with Russian President Vladimir Putin today. Tensions were running high as Washington and the Kremlin continued to make accusations about chemical weapons in Syria.
Putin claims that the Assad regime was framed as using chemical weapons on his own people, and rebel forces were really to blame. This is believed to be the first ever meeting between Putin and a member of Trump's cabinet.
And Russia has once again struck down a UN resolution regarding Syria. The new motion would have forced Syria to cooperate with investigators regarding the use of chemical weapons in the country.
The resolution was written by the U.S., the UK, and France and was read by the 15 countries on the UN Security Council. This is the 8th time Russia vetoes a resolution on Syria. U.S. Ambassador Nikki Haley called out Russia's involvement in Syria before the vote.
Assad's murderous attack shook every one of us to our core. It once again showed the world that Assad is not a partner for peace. It showed what happens when Assad's allies, Russia, Iran, and Hezbollah, decide to lend their support to a barbaric regime instead of joining the world to stop it.
One suspect is being detained in connection with the attack on a German soccer team's bus yesterday.
3 explosive devices outside the bus injured a player while the team was on the way to a home game. German police are investigating a possible connection with Islamic terrorism.
A letter claiming responsibility for the attack asks for the removal of German jets in Syria. The Champions League game was postponed and took place today in Dortmund.
From the CitrusTV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
It was definitely nice outside today. Felt spring-like, not the summer-like weather we were seeing. Taking a look around the region at the moment, we're checking at 48 here in Syracuse, a bit warmer down south. Cortland's at 53, Binghamton all the way at 63 degrees right now. So they're still seeing a bit of that summer-like weather. We are not, however. Over the past few days, we were near record temperatures. On Monday, actually 81 degrees. We set a record temperature. Not that way today. 49 degrees was our high. As we take a look at your surface analysis map, you're able to see the storm that kind of caused that issue. High pressure brought that cold front into our area. That cold front brought the rain with it and cooled us down. Unfortunately, warm weather was gone for now. We have another chance of it coming up. Taking a look at your radar, you're able to see a bit of storm cover coming through. Clouds, no rain, luckily. The rain that was here yesterday, out of here for now. Taking a look at your forecast for tonight, 36 degrees. The clouds will be sticking around and the wind as well. So your wind chill's down in the 20s, so definitely bundle up if you're heading out tonight. Taking a look at your CitrusTV 5-day forecast. Not too bad overall for this time of the year. 54 degrees on Thursday, partly sunny. The lows, though, are still getting close to freezing. We're checking at 61 degrees on Friday. 37 will be the low. We're then near those nice warm temperatures again on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Sunday all the way up to 73 degrees. The issue with these warm temperatures, guys, we have a chance for some thunderstorms almost every single afternoon.
Oh, wow. Since the snow is over for the season, how did Syracuse compare with other central New York cities?
Well, yeah, we're kind of happy the snow's out of here. We're about 1/10 of an inch less snow than Binghamton, so we're not the snowiest city in central New York this year. A bit unfortunate if you like snow and you like the title, but I'm okay with it.
Oh, I'll absolutely take it. Thank you very much for joining us, Brendan. Well, coming up, the artist of the Wall Street Bull isn't a fan of the fearless girl. New York City mayor says it's why we need the statue.
And Melania Trump reaches settlements on her defamation lawsuits. We'll be right back.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
Look at you. You're You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
You've messed up your son's haircut.
Mom?
Do you A, try to fix it?
Like it never happened.
B, work with what you got? Or C, show solidarity?
Thank you, baby.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
If you see news happening on campus, in Syracuse, or across the nation, call the Citrus TV newsroom, 315-443-1177, or tweet at Citrus TV News, your campus news leader.
The sculptor of Wall Street icon Charging Bull isn't happy about the new Fearless Girl statue. The sculptor says that New York City is violating his legal rights by having the two statues face off with each other. The artist claims that the bull's message is supposed to be about freedom in the world, peace, strength, power, and love. But the girl turns his bull into a negative image. Mayor Bill de Blasio says men who don't like women taking up space are exactly why the Fearless Girl statue is needed. And Melania Trump is deciding to settle in her 2 lawsuits against the Daily Mail. The British newspaper published an article in August alleging the First Lady was more than a model. The article suggested the agency she worked for in the early 90s was also an escort service. The Daily Mail apologized for any distress it may have caused her. Melania Trump will be paid nearly $3 million in the settlement. Walmart online shoppers can now save money by picking up their items at the nearest store. This new deal allows customers to save on delivery costs and get their orders faster. And Walmart is hoping they'll even stick around and shop since they're already there. This is Walmart's latest weapon in the fight against online sellers such as Amazon. The online pickup discount doesn't begin until April 19th and will include over 10,000 items. Over 1 million items will be available by June.
LeBron James continues to give back to his hometown of Akron, Ohio. The NBA star is helping to launch a new public school for at-risk youth. The I Promise School will open in the fall of 2018 with 3rd and 4th grade classes. It will expand to teach 1st through 8th grade by 2022. LeBron says opening this school is important to him because he wants to create a place for the kids in Akron who need it most, for the kids who could fall through the cracks if nothing is done. A new musical based on the TV show Friends is set to open in New York City later this year. It is titled Friends the Musical and will be an off-Broadway production. This new project follows an unofficial musical that played in Chicago last year. Both productions are not officially affiliated to the original series. And the mother of late-night TV host David Letterman has died. Dorothy Mengering died at an Indiana home yesterday. She was 95 years old. Mengering was a church secretary who became an unexpected TV star thanks to her famous son. She was a frequent guest on The Late Show. David Letterman's 70th birthday is today.
And coming up in sports, it's all about New York State rivalries. We've got a recap of Syracuse and Cornell lacrosse, a look at SU and Canisius on the softball field, and a breakdown of the Crunch's playoff scenarios ahead of their game with Utica tonight. Citrus TV Sports is up next.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority. Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. Gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, quick. Oh, yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. Yeah, Dad. So wet.
Come on, it's not that hard.
My big man fingers are having a problem with these little tiny buttons.
Whoa, watch it there. Your blood pressure's gonna go through the roof.
Tell me about it. I'm trying to learn how to get it down. Instead, it keeps going up.
High blood pressure can increase the risk for heart attack or stroke. Learn how to keep yours at a healthy range.
Ever hear a voice command? Just say text barbershop to 97779.
That's not what I said.
Just give me that. Now my blood pressure's up.
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
Hi, I'm Marco Sochi. Syracuse men's lacrosse came into last night's game with CNY rival Cornell on a roll. The Orange had won 6 straight and just this week were ranked #1 in the country. The Big Red, on the other hand, are in the midst of one of their worst seasons ever, but anything can happen in a rivalry game. Evan Malloy warming up in net before Syracuse and Cornell in the Dome. Will go early in the first. Nick Mariano curls around the cage and fires one home. SU draws first blood, 1-0 Orange. Then Cornell would answer with a 3-goal run of their own. That was capped by this beauty from Kaysen Tarbell. Big Red up 3-1. Now, final seconds of the first, Cornell up 4-3. And I said it was a rivalry. We've got a good old-fashioned fight right there in front of the cage. Brendan Bomberry involved for the Cuse. Remember, rivalry game, Syracuse and Cornell, 1-goal game. It was close, but now we're going to jump to the third. SU up by 3 now. Nate Solomon charges towards the cage. He's got a goal. Orange up 8-4. 2 minutes after that, Matt Lane finds an open Jordan Evans. He launches a rocket to give SU a 9-4 lead. Syracuse rolling in the Dome. Then halfway through the third, Brendan Bomberry, he atones for his sins, gets his revenge, puts the ball in the back of the net. SU up 11-4 after that one. The Orange takes this one 15-8 for win number 7 straight. Here's a happy John Desko after the game.
And then I think we were fortunate to be able to get in a lot of players tonight for 2 reasons. So they can get some experience and to rest some of our starting group because we're going to be hopping on a plane here Friday morning. We've got Wednesday and Thursday to get ready. And we'll be traveling down to North Carolina, who didn't have a midweek game. So we accomplished what we need to accomplish tonight and fought off a Cornell team that competed.
Well, Coach mentioned it. 7 different Syracuse players had a goal on the night. Next up for the Orange, the defending national champs, North Carolina, down in Chapel Hill. Syracuse softball is in action today in Buffalo. The Orange is currently in Game 2 of a doubleheader with Canisius. It's the second straight season that Syracuse has met up with the Golden Griffins for a doubleheader. That one went decidedly for the Cuse. The Orange won both games, outscoring Canisius 26-1. This year, so far so good. SU picked up a 9-0 win in Game 1. SU softball not the only team out on the diamond today. The Chiefs are on the road against Pawtucket in Game 3 of a 4-game set. The club split the first 2 matchups and are currently underway at McCoy Stadium. And that one, it's 6-0 for the Pawtucket Red Sox. Syracuse starter Mac Race just went 3 innings pitched, 3 earned runs. Not a good day for him. Good day for Ryan Court, though. He is holding court right now for the Red Sox. He is 1 home run away from hitting for the cycle. 3 games, that's all that's left for the Crunch's regular season schedule. Now they have already clinched a spot in the Calder Club playoffs, but Syracuse still has something left to play for. The Crunch hits the road to take on Central New York rival Utica tonight, and it's a big one for Syracuse. Despite already being in the playoffs, the Crunch can still finish the season anywhere between 1st and 3rd in the North Division. Syracuse currently sits in 2nd, 3 points behind Toronto and 4 out of St. John's. As for tonight's matchup, it should be close. The Crunch is 5-4-1 against the Comets this season. Puck drops at 7.
So, Marco, back to SU men's lacrosse. You said they have a winning streak. Do we expect that to continue?
It's going to be tough. They're going against the defending champions in North Carolina, and they're on the road. But North Carolina's been a little shaky this season, so Syracuse playing the hottest lacrosse in the country. I say, yeah, why not? Give them another win.
All right.
Marco, I have to tell you, we went to the Crunch game over the weekend. It was an exciting game. How do you think they'll do in the playoffs?
Well, look, they're one of the better teams in the AHL, and they've got a roster boost coming in from the Tampa Bay Lightning, their parent team, because they missed the NHL playoffs, so they're going to have a reloaded roster. I think they can make a run.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Marco. Stay with us. Citrus TV News will be right back.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who wants to care of you.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
Yes.
Welcome back to Citrus TV News. Let's take a look at your day planner for tomorrow. 42 degrees at 9 a.m., 49 coming in at noon. We're up to about 51, 52 in the afternoon hours, down to about 50 at 6 p.m. Partly sunny. The flood warning will be expiring by about 8 a.m. tomorrow.
Thanks, Brendan. So are we going to see rain this weekend?
We do have a chance for some rain all weekend. It's about 50, 60%, so it's not a complete washout, but not a great day if you want to go out and hit the links.
I see.
Okay, and then a little bit of warm weather moving in this weekend. Will that stick around into next week?
Not the 70s, unfortunately. We only have one day of that this weekend. We're in the 50s next week.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much, Brendan.
Thanks, guys.
Coming up next on OTN, On the Bench, followed by Syracuse Stories at 7. Citrus TV Noticias is on after that at 7:30.
For the full schedule, visit citrustv.com.
And one more story before we go. This morning, Ben Carson and his wife got stuck in an elevator. The couple was visiting the public housing complex in Miami, funded by former NBA star Alonzo Mourning.
The couple and a few others were trapped in one of the building's elevators for about 15 minutes. They were rescued by the Miami police and the fire department.
Well, I saw that story earlier this morning and I had to chuckle a little bit. I do hope that getting stuck in an elevator like that kind of brings a little bit of awareness to what public housing is really like and ways that Ben Carson could work to fix it.
Exactly.
All right, that's all the time we have for today.
Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Citrus TV News. I'm Brittany Muller.
And I'm Meghan Mistry. Have a great night, Syracuse.